Alrighty, hello again. This is Trace Majestus, and it's time to start heading for home. We can bid goodbye to the Colonia area and make our way back towards the bubble. One stop at a DSSA carrier, one planned stop anyway. Sorry I'm a bit late tonight. Work kept me a little busy. Hoping it doesn't keep me busy for too many more nights in a row, but we shall see. Hello.
Hello. Before we take off, let's run through our checklist to make sure I ain't forgot something that I may need.
Yeah, there was something I was supposed to do tonight before we left, right? Oh, I can't turn in the data because legal facilities here isn't letting me do it.
Yeah, I couldn't get my fuel scoop here. I had to go to diggity dig, diggity dog, diggity diggo.
They wouldn't let you shift it to here?
Nope.
Oh, well, that's annoying.
It was only 11.5 light years away. I went over there, found a large landing pad, and went over there and got it drug in. And my planetary hangar, too, that I almost forgot. But I got my 8A fuel scoop. I got auto field maintenance. I've got my shield bank. I've got my planetary vehicle with 2 in it. What else? That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the only thing I think I removed.
Yep. No, I'm not.
You were supposed to do something about, let me look at my notes real quick.
Yeah, there was something I was supposed to do before we left.
Well, you were supposed to show engineering screen, but I think we did that.
Yeah. And I can't go any further on these railguns at the moment. I'll have to go see Todd the Blaster after I get some modified consumer firmware.
And we got our course plotted to the DSS carrier. What's the name of that carrier? You remember?
Sure, I just wrote it down in the stream description just a few seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
So it is the IGAU Paradox Destiny. Where IGAU is the 4-letter call sign for a squadron. I don't know which one, but it's a call sign for a squadron. I can't do any more engineering here. Can't really do any more.
And you got all your stuff back on your ship, right? That you took off?
I didn't take anything off. I just put stuff on and, well, some stuff I took off and sold.
Right.
Kill warrant scanner, manifest scanner, wake scanner. No, nothing good here. I got a 6E cargo rack rather than the 8, which is fine. I don't see anything that needs to be changed here. I don't need to move anything stored. I know I would.
In options, you got your planetary hangar, right?
Yeah.
and your automatic field.
Yeah.
Was you gonna get like repair Olympus, fuel Olympus, or was that gonna be when we go distant world 3?
Well, we go distant worlds 3 because I'm going to be using the Anaconda on that one, which has more capability of carrying stuff. Excuse me. The thing with this ship is I will very quickly lose jump range if I start adding more goodies to it.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the Anaconda, where I'm starting at 75 light years and adding stuff in, I got a lot of room. I could drop it down. I don't mind losing 30 light years of jump range. Yeah, I don't want to go below 45 on a distant world strip. But, I can load it up and bring it down to 45 and have repair limpets and field maintenance units and fuel limpets and this, that, the other thing. Yeah. But geez, I know there was one thing I said I was going to do before I left. But it won't let me turn in anything here. Oh, wait a minute. Redeem all bounty vouchers. I found it.
I turned my combat stuff in over there at that Diggity Doodah Day or whatever.
Yeah, it let me do my bounty claims today. Yay! Bounty and Codex, all gone.
It did let you do it now?
Let me do it this time at the Authority contact, Benny Boyle.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Didn't let me do that last night. I don't know what I did wrong. And I assume it's user error.
Either that or glitching.
Glitch in the matrix? Yeah, could be. Okay, so all the engineering I can do is done. All the outfitting I can do is done. Maintenance is done. I have nothing left over in transactions, which is good. That way I can pick up another 50K worth of vouchers when we go through Temple. Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Since I'm the slow boat, I'll just start out now. Hang out there in the...
All right, I am launching.
Me too. Because I'm a slow poke.
Say goodbye to Kraken's retreat once again.
Thank you for your hospitality, sir.
Track landing gear.
Ship release. Make way for oncoming traffic.
Landing gear retracted.
Kind of a nice little valley this guy's got himself in here.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time to go vertical.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is your wing beacon on?
Probably not. I'll turn it on after I get up.
Okay.
Since it won't let me into the menu while I'm at this point.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Wing beacon is enabled. Hey, what's this? Oh, power play cycle is imminent. Okay.
Huh?
7 a.m. GMT every Thursday. Make sure you've finished everything for the week for whatever you're doing right.
Yeah, except we're 22,000 light seconds away. Or
Yeah.
light years.
Light years, yeah. That's okay. End of week 1.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines
The
and
first
preparing for
13 systems we go into has already been mapped, but
Yep.
and then the other 350 some odd is unmapped.
Cool.
Or at least that's what my little Ed Scout says.
Yep. And I will take the time tonight to enjoy some Kubokan. A lovely single malt scotch, my favorite one.
Eight in here.
Oh, I'm not on the right.
Instant. I see you.
No, mode. I was still in combat mode. But I can't wait to try this loadout on the on one of the other ships, either the Anaconda.
Oh, there's a water world in here.
Yeah, so there is. Ooh, that's an
And an
Earthlike, folks.
Earthlike.
That's an Earthlike. Hallelujah. I was just like, yeah, looks like a rocky ice here, yada. Wait a minute. It went green.
System scan complete.
You went green, my friend.
System map. All right. Baton was here. And William Allister. Corral Travis. Kios 20. Maximazari boy? I don't know. Timothy Longdahl. And that's everybody. Alright. Terraformable. Earthlake. Waterworld. So first three.
And you want to get him?
Might as well.
Okay.
There's three. There's three. I mean, it's hard to turn that down. There's three of them. If it's one,
Right there.
yeah,
Close.
yeah. Planets 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mill. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. I head to number.
You grab one. I'll do a
Yeah.
flyby on one and go to 2, and we'll meet at 3.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a loop of shame.
I may not. Yeah, you did. I got slowed down just in time. Oh, it's almost strange to be on the last leg into the bubble.
Yeah, I know. The end is nigh.
So when we go to this power thingy bobber play, we're gonna do the cargo thing, right?
I think so, yeah. So I'll take a quick look-see at this guy on the way by. Hello, planet. Now heading for number 2. And I'll see you over at 3.
Okay. Which plane? Which ship you gonna use for your cargo? I mean, you gotta have what, 750 merits, which means 750 tons of cargo.
I'm probably going to use this ship.
The cutter.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all the good stuff back on it. Turn it back into a cargo tank.
Right. I think I can get close to 385 in here. If
Yeah,
I drop down to 6A scoop.
yeah, it should only take. And yeah, I'm definitely dropping back down to a 6A scoop when I get back to Shinrarta, because I want those the 8 shields. And I want to be able to haul a decent amount of cargo, so the other 8 slot goes to a cargo rack, which means I'm at, and I can get rid of the AFMU, and I can get rid of a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, and depending on how far it is, you could get rid of your Guardian friendship.
No, I'm not going to get rid of that, because that cuts down on the amount of jumps.
Store it.
Well, yeah,
Because
but
it may be just like a jump away or something.
well, true. But in general, I try not to. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what we need to do.
You need to go somewhere.
Yeah. And even if I need to go wipe out a couple competing ships, I can. Yeah, with this ship, I can go wipe out a couple competing ships without much trouble. All right. Heading for 3.
Yeah, well, I'm fixing to fly by it, I think. 3, that is. I was listening to you and taking notes. Wrong thing to do.
Surface scan complete.
First taste of scotch I've had since Christmas. Do like my whiskey.
Guaranteed to kill any germs, that's for sure.
Any germs in the digestive tract are hereby obliterated. Yes. Oh yeah. I just hope they have more Kubao Khan when I go over to the liquor store the next time. I've only got about 6 drinks left in the bottle. Oh, you know why a golf course is 18 holes long?
Surface scanned by 50%.
There's 18 drinks in a bottle of scotch.
Surface scan complete.
The way I play golf sometimes, you'd think I was drinking the scotch. I just went out to have fun and exercise and be out in the sun. I didn't give a crap if my game improved or not.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. The other thing I do is I go to you know, because some of the people that I end up going with are very, very serious about it. And I love listening to them curse themselves as they screw up over and over and over again. You know, and I'm playing down the sides, in the trees, I don't care.
In the rough, in the water, sand pit, be damned, sand pit, yeah.
Yep. Oh, looks like this one's done. Oh,
Yes, sir, it is.
that means I have to turn off the change modes to combat mode so I can... Ooh, look at that little storm. Isn't that a nice hurricane? Pretty. Dang, that's pretty.
I've seen more people you would never think have a cuss word come out of their mouth cuss on a golf course. Throw golf clubs, throw balls. I mean, it's throw their, the hat down, stomp on it. It's like, come on, guys.
Yep.
Ready when you are.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
The only bad time I had at golf when I was standing in the wrong place, and this guy made this broad shit gesture and hit me with his club right in the head.
4, 3, 2.
That was not pleasant.
I used to go golfing with my friend named Trudy, and her and another girl, and it was like the Three Stooges out playing golf. And, you always park the golf cart behind, where you tee off at, right? Or
Yep.
where yeah. I was standing back there waiting for her to get done. She hits the ball, it hits a rock, it comes back within it hits the golf cart right above my head. And I'm like, dang. So she gets ready to do it again, and I said, wait a minute. So I moved the golf cart in front of her. She said, oh, I'll hit you out there. And I said, well, you were doing a damn good job when I was behind you.
Yeah.
Did not think I was a bit funny, and I thought I was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But, hell, I've seen her knock out a squirrel before, too, so, Squirrel goes running across there, and as she's hitting, and gets bonked in the head with the ball and falls over. I told her, I said, I know exactly how that squirrel feels.
System scan complete.
System map. Well, I'm not showing anything that looks particularly good, but we'll double check. Lines was here, and Mega Pit, and Silent Hawk, Forjane, Dr. Dots, VC Rosewitz, Fresse Blustrom, and that looks to be everyone. All right, now let's see if there's anything worth us playing with. Nope. All right. Away we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
And
So,
that was,
if this carrier is halfway and we got 366 jumps to it, that means we're probably 700 and something or 800 jumps away from the bubble.
yep.
Depending on where you go in the bubble, I guess.
Yep. Well, I figure we're heading for Shinrarta Dezhra because that's where all my spare stuff is.
Well, mine's at IGAU, which is like 5 jumps away.
Right.
But I'll probably have it just transferred over.
Yeah, Shinrarta's a nice place to have as a home base.
Fuel scooping complete.
I just picked IGAU because that's what my friends were talking about. It was a little bit safer, calmer. You could get in and out without a bunch of NPCs pulling you every now and then.
Yeah, but the thing I like about Shinrarta is 10% discount on all ships and modules.
Yeah. That's always a plus.
Yeah, I mean, other than, being in a Rui system.
System scan complete.
Really? I mean, all of these are... Yeah, one of the power play guys that his main thing is all ships and modules in his stations are 15% off.
Oh.
But
That's the bit of it.
he's generally got limited inventory in each of the different stations, so you have to bounce around to a bunch of stations to get stuff. Whereas Shinrarta Dezhra has everything. Everything at
Well, it
10%
looks like-
off. System map. System map. There we go.
Looks like we got
Heggles.
the planet.
Heggles. Ramalayu. Heggles and Ramalayu. Hey, we're gonna get our name on the planets. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking at this point in the game. Not that they're worth doing anything further with, so on we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
But hey, 2 jumps out and we get our name on stuff. That ain't bad.
No, that ain't bad at all. Better than what I thought.
Yep. And that finishes one finger of scotch.
And then, like when we were doing the diamond thingy there at the end, I think I left my diamond pack explorer at where we was.
Oops.
So I'll have to transfer it. Alright, I guess I could wait till I have space legs and then get on a ship and go over there and then pilot it back.
Fuel scooping complete.
They said something about you'd be able to take, like on an airplane, buy a ticket to the system.
Yep. There is going to be some of that.
Yeah, I could wait. If they go to the right place, just go over there and then fly my ship back.
Yep. I think generally anywhere within the bubble you're going to be able to travel. But some of the things I've seen makes me wonder if I really ever want to travel that way.
Why?
Because you end up in the second seat on a ship rather than just being immediately transferred,
Complete.
and it goes into orbit and it yada yada yada. It's like I'm better off flying there myself. System map.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No, I'm talking about we get all the planets?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. All right, Graham Seal. Got a few planets in this system. Not that anything's worth... Oh, Pseudo Peon. Got the gas giant on the end.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Spooling
That's
FTL
still
engines
weird.
and
This
preparing
is
for
where,
jump.
what, 3-4 jumps out now?
Yeah, well, people aren't scanning the 500 credit ice balls. Whatever. We'll take it.
Well, either that or they were looking for some material. For engineering or something.
Yeah, who knows?
Fuel scooping.
31.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ooh, hello. Waterworld.
Yeah, I see that.
Lots of gas giants. I do love the taste of a good whiskey. It's rare these days that I will indulge, though, because, you know, alcohol does knock down your immune system a little bit. I do want to go get another bottle of Kubao Khan for when this one runs out.
There it is.
One lone planet to find. Where are you, my... Oh, there you are.
System scan complete.
I'm the star.
System map. ED Scout says there's nothing good here that I saw. Bron Mosma got the star. And...
Well, the water world is worth $1 million.
Beekman.
Got LIC on mine.
Okay, DeFi Telperion. Waterworld's a moon. Okay, cool. Alright, off to the Waterworld. Quite a distance out for...
Yeah, I just think of that.
And we get to Loop of Shame. But a very slow Loop of Shame. As I almost... Hey, Mr. Blue Moon Halos! Good to see you. Oh, you're gonna watch the VP debate? Oh, God.
Good luck with that.
I don't have the patience for that. Although I suppose the VP debate has a little more meaning this time around, since who knows how bad Trump is facing the virus.
Let's not say that Joe is a spring chicken himself now.
No, he definitely isn't. But he doesn't have coronavirus at the moment.
Neither does Trump. They gave him the all clear.
You don't get rid of it that fast. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they were treating him with. I don't know how soon they caught him.
Yeah. Takes a minimum of 2 weeks to get rid of, so there's no way if he actually had it that he's getting rid of it that quickly. So,
That we know about.
I live with a microbiologist. She's got a pretty
Sorry,
damn...
there's probably things that there's lots of people that don't know exactly everything in the world.
Well, certainly true, but there's no way you get over any virus that quickly. So either he was a false positive, presenting a false negative now, or somebody's lying through their teeth.
Or they've been lying about it from the very beginning.
That could be very well be true. How do you know when a politician's lying?
When they open their mouth.
Yeah, lips are moving. Yeah.
Surface scanned by 15%. Surface scan complete.
Okie dokie. Engage.
Sorry, sir.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Hey, the Robloxian God. Welcome back.
4, 3, 2, 1. System scan
System map. Velkorspin. Got all 4. Time to go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Yeah. I think that's a title you've long lost.
Fuel scooping.
Besides which, it's
Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know, not necessarily an email you want to have going forward. I mean, my Trice Majestus email is one that I have specifically for gaming. It's not my normal email. Oh, is it off? You have something off plane here? Aha, you found it. Okay. System map.
I don't know where I was, but it was right there, basically in front of me.
Well, I'm up above the arc, so everything's around.
Oh.
Okay, so we got AJ Asclepios. Got the star. And hey, we got all the planets.
Yay! Money, money. Although they might not be worth anything.
Yeah, and be careful what you do with your forwarding. I'm at a point now where I've got a couple of different. I got a personal email and a previous work email, but all of my personal email is forwarded to the previous work email, which is a situation I have to fix. I have to break the forwarding and then forward some stuff back and set them apart because the previous work email is from a defunct company and I want to get rid of the domain name eventually because I'm paying for the damn thing.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, that would be nice. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
But as a computer programmer and system designer, I understand why they did it that way. And it makes complete sense.
4, 3, 2.
And it's highly unlikely, for scaling reasons, that they will ever break that apart or bring them together. Just because it makes it easy, to have a division in scaling.
Fuel scooping.
You guys are talking Greek.
Ah. Well, I mean, the problem that Frontier has when supporting Xbox, PC, and PlayStation is the 3 different systems have 3 different capabilities, so it's not fair to put one against the other because the systems are not inherently equal. There are significant differences that make the platforms competing each other a problem. So they deliberately segregate it, that way they don't have to do any game balancing modifications to make the platforms equal. They can let each platform be what it is.
Yeah, but it don't make no sense. They have a game that's supposed to bring people together to play, but it's the way they got it set up, it separates you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, currently that's a technical limitation. If that technical limitation ever goes away... Oops, can you see that last...
Yep, got it.
Okay. You know, right now you don't want... You know, it would be completely unfair to the PS4 and Xbox users to compete against the PC users. Because the PC users have a greater... You know, we can have voice attack, we can have throttles and sticks, and additional peripherals and stuff to just make playing the game so much easier for us than the dedicated platforms. System map.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Although I've seen some PlayStation 4 players that could just run circles around my bud.
Well, certainly there's a level of skill involved. Okay. No, those are any good. We do own the system completely at this point. But nothing here is worth investigating further. So, on we go.
Ready when you...
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
That is... Okay, with the PC has several advantages. First of all, you can upgrade the graphics card, independently of everything else in the system. Second, you can add a throttle and stick. You can add additional programs like voice attack. You can do things to remove the cognitive load, and you have so many more buttons and stuff on these throttles and sticks that you just have that much better control over the game that it is completely unfair to play. I mean, there's just no way a skilled player, you know, similarly skilled player in both platforms, the PC player will always win. Always. Of course, you have a better player in the other system, well, that player can win. Depending on how much better they really are.
But you'd have thought they'd have made it where they could at least come in here, like Mr. Blue, he could come in here and join us.
It would be nice, but they won't do that because that means he has to cross over.
Captain had to get him an account he just made him a new account and started over from scratch.
Yeah, well, there is an option you can have once of transferring an account. There is one transfer that you can have on your account. They won't transfer it back and forth. So what we're doing is basically, since we're in a wing, we're sharing everything we do here. So when I go and scan say this planet, well, it's now scanned for Lynn. Same goes if she scans one for me. Yeah, she scans one, it's also scanned for me. Which allows us to basically scan these systems a whole lot faster. Okay. System map.
And also, if we probe, we get credit for it. The other one gets credit for it too.
Yep. So exploring in a wing, oh man, it is so much better than exploring alone.
Well, we got terraformables.
We do. Well, not at the first star.
50,000 light seconds out, we got 2.
Oh, 2 for 50.
B2, B3.
Okay, 2 of them's worth going. Weehaw! Going to 2 and 3.
There it is. What did your EDP scouts say they're worth? You scanned them.
2 million each.
Okay.
One's at a little over 2, one's a little under 2. But
4 million's worth it.
oh yeah, 4 mils worth going 50K. No problem.
I I'm going to Mr. 2, so.
I'm going to fly by 2 and map 3.
Okie dokie.
So the two things where you get real benefit from wings are combat and exploration.
Also wing trade missions.
Well, yeah, that's true. Wing trade, wing mining. Getting in a wing is just basically awesome. There's so much extra you get out of it. My favorite so far is wing exploration.
Right. If you do a wing trade mission, you just have to make sure that you dump some cargo or dump the cargo. You have to have at least 1 or 2 things that it requires, or else you don't get no credit for it.
Yeah. What's the best planet I've visited? Oh my God, it's so hard to say. I mean, I've been to, I've seen so many different Earth-likes, and they are all just absolutely awesome. As far as, there's been a couple of landable ones that I really liked. Actually, the one we landed on just a couple of nights ago was absolutely fabulous. It had this sort of tan dust that had been kicked up off the surface, and so you land in it, and it's kind of dusty and eerie, and it was nice. Then there was the green planet that I went to on both Distant Worlds expeditions, which sort of it was a greenish planet, and it had a greenish dust and atmosphere, and the sound effects that the sound team put on that planet were just so creepy. It was awesome. I would love to go back to that one again and again, because it's just such a creepy planet.
Yeah, the camps like Dodge Hope is pretty neat to go and look around at the buildings and stuff. Mm-hmm. Guardian structures are pretty neat to look at too.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff. And then there was that pair of Earth-sized metal-rich bodies with rings.
Yeah, those were neat looking.
That was just like blew my mind, because they were so absolutely huge for metal-rich bodies. Metal-rich bodies are extremely heavy, a lot of gravity because they got a ton of metal. But to see ones that actually are the size, actually slightly larger than Earth, it was just like, wow! And there were 2 of them in the same system, orbiting around each other. It was just insane. Well, it's certainly the right thing to do if you're coming back after a long time, because you won't have nearly the flying skill you had when you left. And you got a nice starting area to start in now, where it's only starting players, so that's kind of nice. I, of course, have never been in the new starting area, because I'm not going to start over. And I'm not going to spend the money for a second account.
I didn't see any difference between it and the bubble.
Oh, okay.
Except you were limited on what you could do in there.
All the more reason not to go there.
Or at least I felt like I was limited.
Yeah. But it does give the newer players a start in an area where it's not quite so difficult. Because as I understand it, they made, fewer pirate interdictions with, lower quality pirates type of thing. And So it allows you to be in a little more friendly area to start the game. But as far as Odyssey, I'm so glad that I bought the season pass when I did. I can't wait for it to arrive. I'm literally probably going to go... probably just go to Shinrarta Dezhra, get out of my ship, walk to the lounge, and spend hours just watching ships come and go. I could just sit there for hours. And of course I'm going to do it in open so I can sit there and watch people screw up, crash into things, get blown up by the station. Oh, I could actually go out to Jack's too, or Jacques.
Jocks. Yeah, the problem is you get in there, you may not get out.
Yeah. Well, no, I'd go there in a Python, so I could. Or my Conda, which has a little better job getting in and out because it's a little thinner than one of these guys. The season pass you can't buy anymore. When I bought it, it was $400. Basically, it was a full price buy of 10 expansions all at once. And that's what it gets me, is 10 expansions. Oh, and I'm going to go Loop of Shame because I was talking and not paying attention. Here we go! Loop of Shame! Oh, Lordy.
The one thing about it, you're persistent.
You're consistent. I'm just glad one finger of scotch doesn't make me drunk. Or even that tipsy. Just tastes good.
It may, though, since you haven't had none since December.
Oh, I'm already through it and I don't even feel anything from it. That's a nice planet. Alright, on to 3. Where's 3? B3. There you are, behind me. The scannable life will be interesting. I'll probably do that a little bit, just to try it. I might do a few on-foot missions, maybe, just to try them. But, I mean, I got into Elite because it's the best spaceship flight simulator in existence. So, yeah, it's neat to get around outside of your ship, but I don't find it necessary. I'll do it a little bit just to do it.
One of the space camps and see if you can walk in the buildings and look around.
And certain buildings I know you can. I don't know if you can all of them, but certain ones you definitely can.
They said the Space Lakes missions wasn't going to be like you could be done in an hour. It was going to be, or that's what down to Earth astronomy and some of the people he was talking to. It seems like it was going to,
be a little complicated.
Yeah, a little bit more complicated. You couldn't complete it in an hour.
Well, that may make me do it a little less.
Depends on whether they make it interesting or not.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know.
I mean, as I've said before, I could, after getting my Corvette all souped up and ready and doing a little bit of combat and this, that, and the other thing, unlocking the last engineer, unlocking each of the power plays, that sort of thing, I'm likely to just get in some ship, I don't even know which one at this point, and just head out into the black and keep going.
You just make a circle around the DSSA carriers.
Yep. I could just literally go and not come back.
Well, we've gone 77,000 light years just in this jaunt since June the 10th.
Took us 77 to get the carrier out there.
So it's really what, over 100,000?
It's over 140 at this point, yeah.
And we haven't seen everything yet.
Oh, not even close, yeah. The black is anywhere away from human civilization.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Alrighty, that's covered.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Hey, technically, we're out in the black right now. We're neither at Colonia nor in the bubble. We're in the black. The black depths of space.
3, 2,
A little more in the way of starshine here than in some of the places out there, but like the Abyss.
Or the former Dawn Rift.
Oh, the former diamond. Yep.
complete.
Gas station. Get your gas. Yep.
Fuel system complete.
System map. Oh. Bio La Prado was here. Whenever you're ready.
Engage.
Engage.
I'm glad you're the one pronouncing them words.
Preparing for warp.
Friendship drive.
Four, three, two,
Well, something drive works because we jump.
Yep.
fuel scooping.
Going too fast. Have to turn around. I almost flew right away from the stupid star. Looks like everything's out at the Sea Star.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
System scan complete.
There's actually a lot of those areas out here. System map. How you doing, Philip? That's the first time I've seen you in stream. Alright, we own this system.
There's lots of things out here to explore.
Yeah.
Ready when you are, sir.
I mean, considering that as of this past Christmas, the players have explored 0.04% of the systems in the galaxy. There's a lot of unexplored area. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
0.04%, and this game's been around for like 5 years.
Well, wasn't the original like back in 1984?
Yeah, but they're only counting this incarnation of the game.
Okay.
Because the earlier versions of Elite did not. They weren't MMOs. They didn't.
Well, they didn't have all the systems either, did they?
No, they didn't model the whole galaxy. So this game, which has been out like 4 or 5 years now, it's just like, wow. 400 billion stars. Gotta find them all. System map. System map. There we go. Alright, we own a star. Engage.
Preparing for jump.
And new players, because now we've got a first-person experience in the game, not just a cockpit experience. So it will bring a different type of player into the game. Looks like there's an ammonia world here. Oh, it is an ammonia world. I was just looking at the pattern. Pattern of the stashes on it. I was like, that looks like an ammonia world pattern. Oh, it is an ammonia world. Okay.
System scan complete.
System map. We own the system. There's the ammonia world at the first planet, so that'll be easy to get to. And nothing terraformable, so just the ammonia world. Okie dokie. Ammonia world, here I come. And considering I've been to the opposite side of the galaxy from where Sol is, twice, almost 3 times, I got a pretty good idea how big the galaxy is. It's huge. Loop of shame.
Yeah, you loop of shame went up, my loop of shame went down. Meet you in the middle there, okay, man.
Oh, Lord. They were always looking to have a split experience. I mean, that was kind of all the way from the beginning. This was a plan. And it's kind of like its own game. So it's like they've got 2 different MMOs that they've got, except they're connected, which is kind of cool. I mean, nobody's ever done anything really like this before.
Look at all them probies.
Only 5 of them. And as soon as it's complete, we can move on.
Got the next system targeted.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Engage.
complete. Frameshift drive
Spooling FTL
New York
engines and
14
preparing for
jump.
jump.
Well, the interesting thing is they're not pushing it. They're just giving more options of what you can do. You know, as one of their one of their dev managers said, you can play. It's Elite is all about player choice. You could play a game where you're just
Fuel scooping.
I don't exactly know how big Frontier is. But with, you know, what they were saying with Elite, on one of the last things they said, is Elite is about you choosing the gaming experience you want. You can play solo, you can play in private groups, you can play in the open world. Those are choices for you. You can play a game where, I mean, all you're doing, you know, you're just staying in the spaceship. You don't have to ever leave it. There's no requirement that you leave it, ever. You can, and the way they're setting up Odyssey, you can actually start the game without a ship and never get one. That's your choice. You can play it that way, if that's the game you want to play. Yeah, but there's... Basically, they're allowing... What it does is it allows more different players to experience the Elite universe. So you don't just have, you know, players who are commanders. You have players who just play the ground game. You know, fine. You know, play it any way you like. Yeah, you could literally start, don't even bother with a Sidewinder, just go take a transport to a, you know, to a ground base somewhere and just treat it completely as a first-person shooter. No problem. It'll work that way. System map. It's entirely about player choice. Everybody gets to play the game they want to play. It's the one game to rule them all. Dewar Santa was here, and only got the stars. We got all the planets. All right, let's see what ones are worth going to. That one's worth going to. It's a terraformable water world. I bet that's pricey. None of the rest of them there are. And nothing out here is worth just the terraformable water world. Okay, Planet 1, here we come.
3 million.
3 million, nice. So it's on the low end of a 1. That's okay. That may well come in the future. Enough people want it that I'm sure Frontier is going to put some time towards developing it. You know, they've already taken the first step. Can't walk around your ship yet, but you can walk around the common area of the space station. That's cool. You can walk around any of the settlements. That's cool. You can walk around any planet you can land on. That's cool. And they'll have more in the future. So, I mean, at some point, it's entirely likely that we will be walking around the insides of the ship. It's just this very limited gameplay available for the inside of the ship at this point, so they went for the maximum gameplay, which perfectly understandable. Will they get walk around ships? Well, I'm sure they will. So many people want to do it that it's almost guaranteed. Oh, is that a pretty planet? I love terraformable water worlds. They're always so pretty. Well, they're usually very pretty. Not always.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for
Only thing
jump.
about walking around in your ship once or twice. After that, it'd be pretty boring.
Well, that's why they didn't do it initially. They're going to be looking at things you can do inside your ship before they, they want gameplay to be there before they enable it.
Right.
So they will work, and at some point they'll have gameplay there that will be, useful.
Fuel scooping.
Gas station, get your gas here.
Fuel scooping complete.
System map. And we own it. Whenever you are ready,
Ready.
engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
So, I'm expecting at some point to be able to walk around the insides of the ships. I mean, even if it is a limited experience and I walk around the inside of each one of my ships once, I'd love to see it. Is it worth putting their development time in? Not at the moment. If they're going to put a major update where they can do things, they're going to want to have a lot of gameplay. They will probably patch that in at some point because it shouldn't be that bad.
System scan complete. Fuel
Yep.
scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So we'll see. We'll see. I certainly hope they they eventually allow us to walk around the insides of the ships because that would be cool. Oops. System map. We own 2 more stars.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Charging FTL.
I like it. Wish they had some place, like if you had some diamonds and you didn't want to sell them at that time, that they had like a locker that you could store them in at the station. And then you could go out and get some more and kind of stockpile them somewhere without having to carry them around with you all the time.
Yep. Yeah, one of the things they've been talking about over the years has been player bases. We got carriers, so at some point we'll probably get player bases. But before we can have player bases, we need to be able to walk around bases.
Fuel scooping.
So again, one step at a time. We're getting space legs first, which is the prerequisite for a lot of other neat stuff. But to make space legs worth a paid upgrade, so that they get enough money that they can develop other stuff, they had to develop a lot of gameplay around it. So they had to go, so they took the route they took. So we're going to get a whole bunch of new gameplay. Space legs, it's going to bring a whole bunch of new players into the game because now we've got a first-person shooter aspect, so it's going to bring all that crowd in. Yeah, exciting times ahead for this game. I am completely stoked for when that comes out. I can't wait for the betas. I really want to go in, try it out, get my hand, get out of the cockpit, walk around, look out the windows in the space station. Oh my God, that is going to be so awesome. They said they don't. In the first round, they're not going to have. You're not going to be able to walk around the. They won't have a similar area in the carriers, but they didn't exclude that from something that they will have in the future. So probably, if enough people ask for it, there'll be areas you can walk around in the carriers. That'll be cool as well. On and on and on. This is just the first step in what could be a whole bunch of really neat expansions. Yeah, and I'm sure they will eventually. but like I said, first step, space legs. Got to be able to get up and walk around before any of the rest of that happens. So early, I'm not sure when the betas are going to be. Some people have postulated different dates. Most likely is in November, is first beta, from what I understand.
System scan complete.
System map. And definitely, I'm more than happy to do the betas for this. I want to see what works. Okay, we own the system. I don't have anything on ED Scout, but let's just take a quick look through. I don't see anything by eyeball that looks very promising, and there's nothing here. Okay, on to the next. Engage.
Schooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
So yeah, being able to have your own base, store your own stuff on your own base.
Or even at the station.
Yeah. Right now you can store ships and modules, but the amount you could store is pretty low. Although I'm not even getting... at one point I had close to the maximum number of ships because I was using them for bookmarks. Then they gave us bookmarks and I got rid of all the ships. I turned them into bookmarks. My God, I had Sidewinder bookmarks everywhere. I think at one point I had 20 Sidewinders that were just bookmarking different systems that I didn't want to lose track of. And that was the only purpose of those Sidewinders, was to bookmark those systems.
Pretty ingenious way of doing it.
Well, you can thank Down to Earth Astronomy for that. He's the one that showed me that one. But he was doing that. I was like, hey, that's a neat idea. I'll do that. Most things on this game I am definitely not the first person to do. Because I'm so busy, doing... I don't have as much time as some of these people to play the game. So I will spend a little bit of time researching, find out what other people have done, then go do it myself. After, choosing, it takes all the trial and error out of it when I already know the right way to do things. I don't feel the need to be the first person out doing everything, and I certainly can't be. Because, well, I work for a living. My stream is not monetized at this point. So I don't have money coming in from it. And certainly don't yet have a large enough subscriber base that I have that as an option. Maybe someday, I don't know.
System scan complete.
That would be a nice idea. It would be a real nice touch. System map. Although, on the other hand, as you get playing this game, you'd have to be able to turn it off because it would be insane. I mean, I have probably personally discovered 600 or 700 systems and planets actually probably more than that, probably a couple thousand systems. All right, there's a terraformable here. Planet 5. It's probably going to be the only one. way too far out. All right, Planet 5, and we own the whole system. So off to Planet 5. Yeah, I would love to have an in-game travel map that shows me everywhere I've been. But it doesn't exist, so I use there are external tools that allow me to get that capability. Oops, and I'm going to do Loop of Shame again. See how close I can get into this one on the way by. See if I can cut down. Ah, not close enough. Loop of Shame!
At 100 there, Commander.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely night for that.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, you know, I
Cool. From my cockpit, it looks pretty cool when you go whipping around in planets like that. It's a shame I can't show people.
what it looks like from the other perspective, yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Okay, are you going to map this, or you want me to fire it?
I got it if you're not reading it. No.
Okay. Okay, you got it. Whee! Look at the probes!
I was already in that mode.
Yeah. But yeah, I find when I get talking on the stream, I tend to pay less attention to piloting.
No worries.
Surface scan complete.
Mostly because the stream is on a different screen, so I'm looking to the left instead of the screen that shows me where I'm going. It's like, oops, I'm too close.
Ready when you are.
All right, engage.
I figure you're educating the audience, so,
Yep.
I can take up the slack.
There are things you can do if you catch it early enough. However, I didn't. There is also another thing you can do if you're willing to risk getting in close to the planet. And you can use the gravity of the planet to drastically slow you down. I haven't...
You have to move out because you're too close to probe it.
Then you have to move out because you're too close to probe it, but you can come to a real quick stop without crashing. But it's not easy. I've pulled it off a few times. I'm getting better at it. But sometimes you can dive or jag out, dive, whatever you want to call it, and burn off enough speed.
Oh. Is it?
That's an Earthlike, and it's right there.
I didn't want to say anything and jinx it.
I figured it was going to be a Rocky till I actually ended up pointing at it and was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not a Rocky. But yeah, if you're approaching a planet and you catch the fact that you're approaching too fast soon enough, you can often jag out to one side or another, depending on which way your ship turns the fastest. Some ships do some directions better than others, and you can kill speed that way. But seeing like that time I came in and I was already at 3 seconds. Little late. System map. So the best thing I can do at that point is dive close. Evolvo got the star. Ooh, he only got the first star and nothing else. There's nothing out at the second star. Oh no, he got the Earthlight.
Right before the Earthlight.
Oh, he got the high metal content there. How did he skip the first two? I wonder if somebody had this system and quit the game. That could be. All right, so we got 2 of them. 5 and 6. I'm guessing somebody had that and quit the game. Nothing else makes any sense based on what he looked at.
Unless he was just going to get the FSS amount and say screw it, he wasn't going to go.
Well, he didn't even do the Earth-like. You'd think he would have gotten the Earth-like on that point, but he only got one of the high metal contents. And what that tells me is that there was somebody else who had most of the other stuff in the system. And that other person has quit the game.
He got the Earth-like.
You saw he got the Earth-like? Okay. I didn't notice that.
Didn't matter.
Oh, shoot. 4 seconds. No! No, no, no! Dang it. And I didn't even get in close to kill my speed sufficiently. All right, flying by 5.
For the second time.
For the second time, except this time under control so I can show it on the stream.
Jack will be really pleased with you.
All right, headed for 6.
That's one thing I can say about Trace on his streams. If you want to see something and he's close enough to do it without going way, way, way out of his way, he will do it, where a lot of folks won't.
Yep, I'm more than happy to show people things they want to see. Or demonstrate or whatever, yeah. No, Jack is one of the people who asked me. I had a couple other people email me saying, why don't I, with three of us looking at the different planets, they want to see what everybody's scanning. So could I please, go at least, look at the planets? So yeah, I'm more than happy to. So it means we had to change tactics a little. That doesn't, yeah, not much.
That high metal value just paid $1,796,000.
Nice. And it says the Earth-like's almost 3. That'll be nice. And the other thing I've noticed is that since they changed the inertial models, it's a lot harder for a big ship like this to avoid a loop of shame. If you don't catch it quick, you're going by. You just, too much mass moving forward.
And the same on the planets, too.
Same on the planets. Yeah, I've already blown this guy up once. So I got to go do some. One of the things I do have to do is go do some canyon running with this when I put the full thrusters on it, back on it again. Full thrusters, full shields, and everything.
But we have come to the conclusion with his build that he's got going on with his cutter now and the build that I've got with my cutter, we could drop into a nav beacon or something and hold our own for quite some time with the MPCs.
Yeah, it'll be nice when I get the big shields back on this again and I get those things fully engineered out. Or actually, I'll probably do it on the Corvette. Just because it's got a better, I'm missing with two, you know, with the 4 railguns, I'm missing 2 of them most of the time. So 2 of them are kind of useless. Yep. So unless, you know, except on a bigger ship where all 4 will hit. Ain't it pretty? It's an Earthlake. Of course it's pretty. All the Earthlakes are pretty. Alright, that's a big Earthlake. It's a 7 prober. Nice.
You ready to go to the next one?
I'm just waiting for this to complete.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Alright, there it goes.
Surface scan
I think I got the next one now.
Okay,
I was still headed to you.
engage.
Frameshift
Preparing for jump.
charging.
Will eventually.
Fuel scooping complete.
Will eventually. It just needs. So a lot needs to happen before that comes along, but that will happen. That's in the plans. Hey, what are you? You're a water world.
Get your water. Right there it is, too.
Interesting thing about the way they're releasing their additional content and stuff. I mean, it very much increases the longevity of the game as far as a viable product for the company. It keeps people from getting bored with it too. So this game will be around for quite some time. System map. We own the system. Nothing good on the first star.
Water world.
Oh, that's true. Oh, A1's the water world, right. That's true.
1,155,000.
Yeah, that's definitely worth something. Alright. Water world! But boy, I definitely need to get used to the new inertial model, and I've been saying that for a couple of months now. I just haven't been anywhere where I've got the time to practice with it and play with it and, you know, learn what the ship can, you know, what the new maneuvering envelope of the ship is. Because when they changed that back several months ago, boy, did it make a change. Yeah, very noticeable difference. It actually feels a lot, you know, the ship feels a lot heavier when you're flying it, which actually I think is a good thing. frustrated as anything right now because I haven't had the time to, you know, get used to it. But, you know, since all I've been doing is basically traveling, you know, jump, super cruise, jump, super cruise, jump, super cruise with a couple of planet landings, I just really haven't had the time to get used to the changes they made in the inertial models. I will at some point have to spend some time to do that. And I very much like the changes they made to the inertial model. I just have to get used to it.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
This is our 20th jump.
Charging FTL.
Ray-Ban.
Okay. Once you practice it a little bit and you figure out there's kind of a pattern to it, which if you follow, the timer is, you don't notice it anymore because you've got... The thing is, each time you activate one of those things, it adds like 2 minutes onto the timer. So if you basically develop a pattern that you want to follow to do it, you could do it with plenty of time to spare.
Fuel scooping.
Gas station! Get your gas
What are you
here.
talking about now?
Complete.
Philip was talking about getting the blueprints from the Guardian sites, where they have the timers on those pylons.
Yeah.
And
Every time you activate one, yep, it adds more minutes.
yeah, system map. And we own 2 more stars.
Just make sure you have point defense on your top side of your ship.
Yep,
Ready when you are, sir.
engage.
Frameshift
Yeah.
drive.
Charging FTL.
So there's a trick to following the pattern to it. And one of the key things you really need to do is park your ship close to the site and have point defense on the top side of it, preferably 2 of them. And what that allows you to do is when those sentinels launch their missiles, your point defense will take out the missiles, and you don't have to worry about it. You can just concentrate on taking the sentinel out as quickly as possible and getting to the next pylon.
Fuel scooping.
33.
Now, if you're fighting the sentinels and you don't have that, your pylons are going to reset before you can do anything.
And make sure you collect the spare parts off of the Sentinels because you'll use that in your engineering.
So basically, there's a technique to follow, and if you follow the technique, it is actually very easy to do. You know, before I did it, I went and watched Down to Earth's Astronomy's tutorial on how to do it, because he's a lot better at explaining things than some of the other guys. And then I went and on one of the, on a stream, basically one of my earlier live streams, I just went and did it over and over and over again. Because I basically wanted to unlock all of the Guardian pieces. And so I did. Hey, Rocky!
Hello, Rocky.
Yeah, you can land any ship at all reasonably close to it. There are some good flat areas nearby.
You may have to hunt.
Yeah, you may have to hunt a little bit. It's certainly easier to fit the smaller ships there. But the main key is having the point defense on the top. Without that, it is much, much harder.
System scan complete.
System map.
I had really good luck with the Diamondback Explorer on landing it anywhere on the structures.
I went out there in an Asp and had no trouble at all.
Alright, sir, it looks like.
Doesn't look like there's anything here, is there?
Not, according to, we got one metal body worth 195, one class 2 giant 261 if you want to probe it, but no terraform.
Nothing over a mil. Okay.
No.
On we go then. Engage.
Okay.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for warp.
Tell me to slow down. I don't want to slow down.
Ah.
I enjoyed the Sentinel, the Guardian structures after I figured out what I was doing.
Yeah, what?
Also,
It's pretty.
kill the Sentinels, you'll get combat ratings.
Yep.
Fuel scoping.
29.
The one I liked was the one getting the ship blueprints. Where you
That was weird.
oh, going to that the Guardian space station. That was just awesome. That was so well done.
That was weird. Really weird. And hard to do by yourself.
It took a little practice, yeah.
Because you're on that timer and just fly around the doggone thing and line up and get the other pylon going. And, it took me several times.
Takes a little skill to do it, yeah.
But at least there's nothing out there that's going to kill you while you're trying.
Oh God, if there was something shooting at you while you were trying to do that, that would be horrific. That would just be nasty.
Yeah, you'd have to do that with a group if it did that.
Either a group or go out there with a hire an NPC pilot, bring him out there and let him fly the fighter while you dig it out.
System scan complete.
System map. Alright, let's see what we got here. ED Scout doesn't give me anything. It doesn't look very good. Looks like it's all going to be low price stuff. And so it is.
One
Alright.
more, or you
No,
done?
I think this is enough for tonight.
Okay, I'll get out here and park it.
Yep, heading away from the star a little bit before parking.
Sir.
I think I'll set her down right around here somewhere. Alright, so that's 21 jumps.
Let me see. We started out. 23 jumps.
23 jumps, ooh, even better.
And let me see what the total distance was. 799 light years.
799 light years. Excellent. That's a pretty good distance. All right. At this point, it's past my bedtime, so it's time for me to head out for the night. In any case, I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride tonight. We had a decent crowd and much more active chat than usual. Thank you guys for joining us in chat. Thank you, Mr. Blue Moon Halos, the Robloxian God. Who else is in here? Philip and Rocky. I don't think I missed anybody. Thank you all for joining us in chat. It was very nice having you. As I said, as always, more than happy to answer your questions. So we will pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. as usual. That's all for now. This is Trace Majestus signing out.
Another good night. Okay, good night.